the most peaceful place in existence. This is your safe place. This is where you go to recharge again and feel the connection. I want you to imagine yourself stopping at your own little magical safe place. It could be anywhere you imagine. Tell me if you can see anything like this.
Well, it took me to somewhere else first. I mean, I'm here. I can't not be here.
Okay.
It took me to this place that's it's like it's layers, 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 layers. There's so many layers. It's white, and there's so much information. Like it's just I can't even describe. I can't even tell you how much information. It's
Tell
like
it to slow down a little bit for you. Tell it to slow it down so you can receive the information.
it's not that I can't see it. It's just so much. And it's just white and pure and beautiful, and it's almost like a hall with categories and sections and layers. Okay, so imagine if there was a hall of like just papers, and it was all white, and it was made of marble, and it was, but it just has layers of like papers with just like layers and layers, and there's information written on these papers. They're shoved in there, and they're just compacted, and then those are shoved into like this. I don't even want to say a drawer because you don't even pull it out. There's not a drawer. It's like a regular oval kind of thing to where you can put it like pieces of paper and like layers. Like imagine if you put it. Okay, I'm not doing a good job with this. Imagine if you were a piece of paper, and you put all this information on it, and then you had another one, another one, another one, another one, and you stack them all up, and then you shove them into like a hole. It's not a drawer where it pulls out, it's a hole where it goes into. And the holes are made up of, the holes themselves are carved marble. Like they're very soft. Maybe they're sandstone, maybe they're marble. They're very soft, kind of white stone of some sort. And these records sit in there. These like whatever the right sit in there.
Is there labels or any words or writing on the walls or anything?
No, I don't know how anybody would keep track of this because it's insurmountable, the amount of information that's in here. I mean, these are just things. It goes on forever. I can't.
Okay. Let's try something. The first one you see to your right, look over and see if you can grab a piece of paper off and just see what it says. And you'll have your magical glasses in your little pouch. So if you can grab your magical glasses and put them on, it will tell you what exactly.
Okay. Yeah, because it's not my language. I mean, I'm looking at these words, and it's cool how it's written. I mean, it's really, really neat typography. I wish I could. And the closest thing I can form to it is Arabic or a form of Sanskrit. It's not Arabic, it's Sanskrit.
Mm-hmm. Can you see yourself with your magical glasses?
Yeah.
All right,
know the looking glass. Like
looking glass. Okay.
Like you can, put it over the thing, like
Oh yes.
over the word, like it'll reveal the word.
Oh, I forgot you had that magical one. Okay, beautiful. Are you able to read what it says, what it's about?
Yeah, it's important. Obviously, it's important, but it's people's stories. It's people's stories.
What does the first sentence say? Can you read it?
It's just too much.
No?
It's
Is it?
it's just a lot. It's just it's people's stories of them like evolving. I don't know how else to explain it. It's I'm not crying because it's sad. It's beautiful, but it's just intense. It's just intense. Because it's a lot of pain that people go through. It's like their story. It's their story of how they've evolved and the changes that they've made to keep on going. Yeah. It's the story of how people did something to, like, I don't want to say level up, but I don't know how else to describe it. So for lack of a better term, I'll say level up. It is the records of how people have made great changes in their life and how they have the courage to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's things about war. It's just all at once so much. There's warriors that have gone to battle. I mean, it's just like flooding in all at once. It's everything. It's a mother with her child. It's a warrior in a field. It's everything beautiful and pure and true that is trying to get to the right place in life. And some of these people lost their lives for it, but their stories are right there. All of them, every single thing that happened in every single instance, it's written down, it's documented because it's important. It's important.
Well, I
Every
want to try something. Every one of these people just send love. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
kind of like glitching out for a second.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Can we take a moment and just send love to each and every one of these people's story? Let's just take a moment and just send love to everybody for just.
We're just having some love, all of them. I mean, it's everyone. It's
Yes.
everyone's history and their what they've done. And a lot of them don't think anyone noticed, and a lot of them don't think it didn't matter, but it mattered. Yeah.
Well, we send them love. They don't go unnoticed. We send them love. Do you want to grab another paper and see if it's the same thing, or are these all the same stories, or what?
I know what they are. They're all documentation.
You know what they are?
Yeah, they're all documentation of this. It's just volumes of people being good and pure, love and light, and overcoming something that was hard. They were the light in the darkness when no one was looking, when no one would see, and when no one would have gave a shit. And they still did it anyway. Like that type of thing.
Yes. Does it show that they weren't alone ever, that maybe their guides were also talking to them? Does anything like that come through?
I don't know if it was from their guides. It's just more of, it's just overwhelming to it's just overwhelming to see how far reaching it goes, because there's just so many. I mean, there's just so many. It just goes on forever. It goes on forever. There's so many layers to it. There's so many of these crevices of people's stories that happen, and I think, yeah, it's just there because it has to be. It has to be documented. It has to be written down because it's important and it wants to be signified and it wants to be acknowledged. And the source wants it to know that like that it was the person was recognized for what they did.
Beautiful. I'm wondering, is there a paper there with your name on it? And if there is, can it fly to your hands? Can it come to you or reach out so you can take a peek at it? Is there one with your name on it?
Do I have my paper? Piece. Okay.
You got it? You want to look at it and see what it says?
I don't want to. I'm scared.
There's nothing to be scared about. You are loved, you are safe, you are protected, and this is where you will find all the answers for your heart.
Okay.
Remember, like these people, you are strong as well. Let's see, what does it say on there about you? What does your story say?
It's that I was like for my mother.
It says what?
I was a light for my mother. And that I was very brave. And I helped her get through her uh, I helped her get through the hardest parts of her life. And that's what the 22 is. That's what the 22 is. That she wanted to give me that back because she couldn't be here. So because I was such a light for her in her life, she wanted to always be a light for me and mine, of course. And that's how she does it, through the number 22. That's her message.
Beautiful. How does that make you feel?
Oh, that's great, because I can't not see it, Mama. I can't not see it. It's always there. It's always prevalent. And I thank you for your message. And I'm always receptive and open to it. And I appreciate it.
Beautiful. What else is on there?
Oh, it's dirty. It's gross.
Say that again?
It's dirty. It's messy. It's gross.
What do you mean? Like what it says?
No. I just mean like in the sense of like there's a lot of pain for the point of regeneration.
Oh,
Pain to facilitate something else. That is the point. That is why there is so much pain, because that's why this heavy burden is placed on her, because it's a facilitator, because it will make her grow. Some people like will crack under pressure, but she will do this like transformative thing to where you know, in the end it will come out transformative. And that is the point of all this. That is the point of all this pain. That is the point of all this prolonged pain since childhood even. It's like a training
it's
ground.
can you hear me? Is it all for growth?
You cut out for a second?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Is it all for growth? The pain?
Yeah, it's all for growth. The pain is all for growth.
Help us grow.
But it's almost like, you know, she does something, she wants to do it to the extreme. And I don't know. She was on like a hellboat mission this time. And it was just like, let's just get all this shit out of the way. Let's just do it all. Let's just get it all out of the way. I don't care how much it hurts. I don't care how intense it is. I want it to be intense. And I want it to just be bam, 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 bam. Let's do it, and I'm ready, and let's get through it. And that's the whole MO of like what is on there. Like there's it. It's not going to be an easy path. Like the whole deal, the entire life path is just fucked because that's the mission. That's the mission, and that's just you signed up for this stuff. And but that's it, because you could have done this. I get the sense that like, you could have done this so many times. Like you could have done it 10 times over and spaced this out throughout. But no, she was like, no, I don't want to do this 10 times over. I want it condensed down. This is a condensed version. This is like intensive training of whatever this is in this lesson. Because yeah, I feel like this would have taken, or I don't even know if you could have, I want to say normal people, but I want to say somebody could have chosen to dole this out over at least 10 lifetimes, in increments, and heal from it and then get better, and the ups and downs. But she was just like, no, give it to me all at once. I want it all right now. And I don't care how hard it is to get through it all. I want it all right now, and it's a condensed version, intensive course training of whatever you want to call it.
So are you saying that she wanted to come in the 9th inning and finish the game?
Yes, yes, exactly.
Nice. Well, I guess she feels like from all her past lives, she's gained enough that she just wants to take it out. Is that why she's a Scorpio?
I guess so. Come with a vengeance.
And she'll get you when you don't see you coming, that tail, like, get you. So am I having the honor of speaking with the higher self right now?
Yes.
Beautiful. And can you tell me your name again? I want to make sure I say it right.
Ashana.
Ashana. Okay. Beautiful. That is such a beautiful name. Thank you for stepping in, higher self. I love, honor, and respect you. I'm so glad you were able to get her to do this today. Where do you have her right now? Is this the Hall of Records, Akashic Healing section? What is this area?
Yeah, the Akashic Records.
Oh. Is there many different libraries that hold our records and stuff? Because I've seen crystal libraries, brick libraries, or does it just depend on the person?
It just depends on the person and how they interpret it, It's all the same. It's all the same, but people will view it differently through their own lens. They'll view it differently through their own sunglasses.
Beautiful. Can you tell her and show her perhaps how she can, because this is part of her training, she wants to know how she can protect her heart. She's finding herself in these vulnerable states, but she's getting a lot of heartbreak. Can you explain to her or tell her anything about that? This is why we're here.
Yeah.
So what can you say? Thank you.
She has to be alone. She just has to be alone. She has to be alone. She has to be alone because she gets too caught up in the fantasy of what she can view somebody's higher self. Like she can tap into somebody's higher self right now today And that's what she sees when she sees these people. And whenever she meets somebody and sees that in them, that's what she sees. And she sees a beautiful altruistic version of them. And she thinks that is them. It's not. It's not. It is a version of them. And they can get there and they can be that. And they, in some sort of timeline, with the right circumstances and a lot of different things at play. I won't even go into all the different things at play that have to go into getting somebody to that point of what she sees in them. But she's not seeing a correct version of them. It's not that it's a correct version. That is them. That is their essence. And it's beautiful. But she's like a goldfish, you know, she gets like too caught up in the bells and whistles of their beauty, of their higher self. And she wants so badly for this person to reach that goal and be that person and be their higher self. And she feels it's almost her duty to help them get there because she can see it and she wants them to see it and she wants to convey that to them and she doesn't know how. And it's really frustrating. It's been to the detriment of many relationships, and it's not been good. You know, it's really causing pain.
Does she need heart discernment?
Heart discernment in other people?
Like in her, like, does she need to have that ability of heart discernment where she can see, you know, even though people have these things that she's not, that way she doesn't feel like she has to save everybody, unless, is that part of her mission? Is she at some point going to be able to be that, or what is her?
Supposed to be able to save everybody. She's just hung up on that. And she needs to get over that. She's not supposed to be hung up on that, you know. But she does get hung up on that because she cares about people. And it's really, really frustrating to see this beautiful version of oneself that they could reach and they're not reaching it. And it's kind of like a gym coach, you know. You can see this student being this great Olympian, but they're just not there and they're just not putting in the effort. And they're just not doing the things that they need to be doing. So she has to come to terms with that. And I think that will be the release point, you know, that will be the release point for her and where she will get the most clarity whenever she realizes it is not her burden to bear. It is not her burden to bear to make these people whole and complete. You know, that's something that they have to find on their own. And whatever they do, you know, they'll come to that in their own terms. And that's fine and dandy. That's a whole different situation with each different person. But it's not, there's nothing that she could do, as frustrating as it is, there's nothing that she could do to make that person or even help that person get to that point of, like, she can't be their cheerleader because whatever she does, she like focuses on, you know, the goal, the end goal, and seeing this person as this altruistic version of themselves, which is great, and they can get there. But often the problem lies with the person, whatever, for whatever reason, like they're not going to get there, you know.
Yes. Is this why it didn't work out with her and Rob?
Yeah.
And what about the new guy that she's heart broke over? What can you tell her about that situation?
He's another one too. Oh God. He's a
Is he a twin flame or a soulmate? What is their connection?
no, they have never had a past life together. And I think that's why it was good. It was starting from a clean slate. But they are just partners in every sense of the term. I mean, they're great partners. They're great partners and they would make great partners, but he won't get his shit together. And he's all messed up. And he will not meet her at her place. He will not meet her at a middle ground. He just won't.
Well, while we're on the topic, we'll come back to that one. I just want to get it out of the way. The first guy, that she was with when I met her. She was able to get out of that situation. But what do you want her to know about that? I know recently, you know, he's come, and I know that, you know, she's emotionally attached to a lot of, you know, she cares. So what advice can you give her about that situation while we're at it?
Yeah, you're just gonna have to not respond and don't answer back and block him. Because he is obsessive. He's very much obsessive. And he still cares about you. And he very much wants a relationship still, and he's still gonna try. He'll eventually give up, you know, and find somebody else. But he really felt an emotional connection with you, so he's still gonna try to reach out for a little while. I would say, like, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 months more this will go on. Where he'll every once in a while try to find a means to communicate one way or another. And but I mean, it is kind of a shame because they were connected, and they did share a lot of like common ground, and they were together in past lives, and they shared a lot of love, and it just seems like every single lifetime, for whatever reason, they cannot get it right. Every single lifetime, it's like a sitcom. It's like a sitcom playing out, and at this point, it's almost a comedy because it's like, what are you guys doing? Like you haven't gotten this figured out. What the heck? Like, you've had so many chances. What is wrong with you? But every single lifetime, it's either cut short, cut off, or something is like in between them. I don't know the answer to unblock it.
Yes. Just like with Rob, like it just didn't work out.
Right. Well, yeah, that's about Rob. Yeah.
Yeah. So how can she gauge her heart? Like she wants to know, what can she do as far as putting in the effort? Can you give her, as her higher self, a couple things, maybe some lessons, learning things that she can practice to help? Because I know she's desperately looking for help, and she's desperately crying out for answers. So beautiful Ashana sister, can you please talk to her and tell her what's a couple things she can focus on, maybe to help her get to where she needs to go? Otherwise, I'm going to have to drive 8 hours and go see her.
Which wouldn't be a bad thing. She would love that.
I know, but I probably wouldn't come back. I'd be like, no, I just got to stay here.
So,
So
yeah, I'll tell her that she needs to get in herself. She needs to sit down and do her makeup and make herself look absolutely stunning when she walks out that door. Every single time she walks out the door. I don't care if you're going to the supermarket. I don't care if you're taking a letter to the post office, to the mail. You are to be to the nines every time your butt walks out that door. Every single time. And what that'll do for her will help with her confidence level. And then she'll see that, you know, that she is worth something, and that whenever she finally sees that, that is what she's going to attract. Other people are going to see that. Other people are going to feel that energy, and other people are going to recognize. But she has to, you know, sit down and do her makeup and, you know, put together an outfit, whether it takes all night of trying stuff on back and forth, whatever. Like, plan your outfits, plan your makeup, plan what you're going to look like, where you're going to go, and make sure that you look nice. And it's not superficial. This is something that does something to her psyche deep down inside. And whenever she feels good about that, it's just going to radiate out of her. And that's finally going to attract the person that is supposed to be with her. She has always wanted to find her person. That's all she has wanted. She don't care about getting married. She just wants to find her person that's going to match her energy. And that's what's going to do it. You got to be on your game, girl. You got to be on point. You got to come correct.
Ashana, can you do me a favor for her? Can you just, for fun, like a movie playing in front of her eyes, can you just give her a flash of seeing herself like getting all sexy and beautiful and going out and having a good time, laughing, being with different people's company, just good, genuine, good-hearted people. Can you just show her what that could be like? I understand exactly what you're saying because I've had to listen to my higher self tell me to do this. And so I love that you're saying that, because I'm always saying, get something cute and sexy, feel beautiful, and
Yeah.
be seen. Like, let them see you shine, break hearts if you have to. But no, we don't want to break hearts. But you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
shine, let your light shine and let people see you radiate, because that's what I feel helps. But so, yeah, I've lost my own question, but yeah, you got that, I'm sure. Can you tell her?
Right, yeah, showed her just like, and she's started to become around a group of people that will help her with that go out dancing. There's something happening tonight, go to it, go just dance and nothing else. Just go with the intention of dancing and you'll find what you're looking for. But yeah, there's, yeah, I showed her the picture of what she will look like, and all super cute and, out for a good time. And yeah, it's going to be great. And and honestly, that joy of just dancing and being around friends and having a good time is going to outweigh the pain of whatever.
Beautiful. Can you show her, maybe flash a few different faces of different guys that she might meet, connections with, and then she could, she could start gauging and figuring out like how to handle certain things. I was joking with her and saying, fall in love every day. That's the only way words I can put it into. But can you just show her the many different options that she does have? Because I want her to know, like, there's many other people out there, there's many other connections, but can you just give her a boost of that boost of love, that confidence that she will find in different people?
I'm getting the impression showing her these guys and she's turning up her nose at a lot of them. So she's particular, it's like she's kind of annoying in that sense of like, it's not just any guy that walks through the door that gives her attention, because she's very bored of people and she doesn't like people that are frivolous and superficial and that don't have a depth to them. So, it's going to have to be somebody who's also on their game too. And they will be, but yeah, she'll meet him through just doing what she normally does and going out and having a good time.
Beautiful. She just has to get out there, go out, right?
Yeah, just go out. Just go out.
And it doesn't have to be a Friday. People go out on Monday nights, right?
Right.
Beautiful. So you say the best thing for her to do to protect her heart is to start feeling good about herself? Or what would that direct message be? What would you say?
Yes, I would say do things every day in practice to help yourself. I mean, I'm talking about like get up, do some exercises throughout the day, do some exercises, just continuously just be all about you. Just focus on yourself and be all up in your own business. As far as like exercising and eating right and paying attention to all those things and doing the right things for your body. And then also taking the time and energy to like plan an outfit, get made up, get dressed up, put on makeup, look cute. Like whenever you walk through that door, know that you are a 10.
That's right. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let's see. She wanted to know about her parallel lives. Can you show her parallel lives of where these things are different? Maybe a life where she is having happy relationships with all these people, or something. I know people have past lives and they see parallel lives of them, or present parallel lives, however they say. But I know, can you just explain a little bit more on that, as far as like what might not work out here is possibly working out somewhere else? I don't know how that will help, but what can you say on that?
I mean, what I'm being shown right now is like, it's really weird visual. It's like these Chinese paper dogs and they're symbolic of parallel time, like they're like wormholes, like long Chinese paper dog dragons, and they're symbolic of each timeline in each parallel universe. I don't know, it's really cool. I wish I could draw it. I should try to draw this because it's really neat looking. But they're like cardboard cutout paper dragon things that just are all stacked up beside each other and all kind of flowing throughout time. And they all kind of just go with the wind, and they all do have similar patterns and similar motions, but they're different. Each one of them is different. So you want me to tell you about the timelines and the different ones? I mean, there's definitely every version of everything that is, and other ones that she is living that out.
Yeah, I thought maybe you could just show her, considering she wants everything all at once in this life. Why not? We blow her mind and just show her, look, everything is possible. Never.
Okay, well, let's go down into one of the cardboard paper dragon things.
Beautiful. Can you explain along as you go what that's like?
Yeah, it's kind of like you're just air hopping. Like you look like you're like it's everything is, it's almost like a big huge sky, and these paper dragons, they look like they're cardboard, and it looks like somebody made them. Like they were printed segmented boxes, and they're long cylindrical dragons made out of cardboard, and that represents like one timeline. This is your timeline, this is another timeline, this is another timeline. They're all rode up by each other, and they're all kind of just like riding in the wind together. So they do experience similar things. Whenever the offshoots happen and they hold it in a separate timeline, though, that's whenever the other dragon thing will be there. And whenever you dip down into the timelines, it almost looks like clouds that are blowing, but like hyper blowing, like a glitch. I don't know how to explain it. Oh wow, it's weird. It's like you are dipping into a different reality, in the sense of visually what it looks like clouds, and they're like blowing super fast, and the faster, like the closer you get to like being sucked into the thing, the faster they get. So it's like and you're like into the next one, and then you're like sucked into the next timeline, and then you can see into the next timeline.
Cool. So has she dropped into one of those?
Yeah, and it's in a big house. I feel that this is in this house. It is it's like a big house out west somewhere. It's not cold, it's not hot, but it's a big house, and it's like a subway tiles in the kitchen. And like you can tell these people obviously have a decent amount of money, and she's married. There's 2 little kids running around, and it's just like a very cookie cutter kind of traditional life.
And who's her husband in this life?
From in there, I don't know this man. I've never seen this man.
It's nobody she knows in this life now.
No.
Okay. So when we have these parallel lives with people, would we sometimes have soul connections to them as well? Or would we not?
You can. It just depends. Yeah, you can.
Oh, okay. And what about her 2 little kids that she has there? Are these kids she's going to see are connected to in this life?
I don't feel that. No.
Okay. So this is just a life that she's living somewhere, and she'll never experience these people.
Correct.
Okay. Is she happy in this world?
Oh yeah, I mean, it really is it's a nice little family, and everybody, you know, for the most part gets along, and very traditional in the sense of family. And yeah, it's a nice life.
And is-
The
did-
they must do something. I get the sense they're do something in the courthouse, like they do something for court or something. They're dressed
Mhm.
up. Yeah.
And which world is this? Is there a number to this?
Oh, I don't know what number it is. There's just so many of these paper dogs.
I'm curious. So do they, what's the differences between that world and this world?
Um, there's not a whole lot. The people look more generic to me. I don't know how else to say that. They look just kind of like they look very not like a Lego. Like the Duracell battery people. They kind of look like that. Like they kind of look like a different, like, you know, primitive. They're just very prim and proper, I guess you could say. It's not me, it's not the version of me in this life.
Okay, what do you look like? Let's take a look in the mirror and see, what do you look like in this life? What's different?
Oh, I look like you know, it's still me, but I'm just very I tuck my shirt in, you know what I mean? That's what that's what I am. That says anything to you. It's like a
Are you,
white, oh, it's not even a shirt, it's a blouse. Let's call it what it is. And it's you know, it's fancy. It's like, you know, it's office dress clothes, but like professional business person.
okay, interesting. So um,
You cut out.
oh, see, is it clear? Clear?
Are you
Is it
still there?
clear now? Yep. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Um, so we can go ahead and come on out of there. And is there another place you had in mind for her today?
No.
Okay, so let's go ahead and pull out of that timeline. Is there another timeline you want to show her, possibly where she's living a parallel life with one of these people that perhaps the guy that she's connected to now? You want to find one with him so she could just see the difference?
Oh, it's gonna be hard.
She picked this life to do everything at once. I don't know if she had any limits, but there are no limits to limitations. Why
Okay.
not? Let's
Yeah.
show her.
All right. Oh. Well, no.
What can you say about this life? Where did you take her?
He is just got more ambition this time. You know, he I think something happened. Well, I know something happened in his childhood. It's just so traumatic and it's so hurtful. It's just was detrimental to his character. And he doesn't believe in himself enough. And because of that, he kind of just um is complacent in this timeline. But not this timeline. This other timeline, that guy wasn't in the picture. Colin wasn't there. His stepdad wasn't there. And because of that, he just has a lot more self-worth, comparatively speaking, about this timeline to this particular timeline we're in versus, you know, my reality I'm in now.
Uh-huh.
And so because of that happening in his childhood differently, he became a lot more, he just believed in himself so much more, and he just tried so much harder instead of being complacent. He was more adamant about trying and not giving up and not having this chip on his shoulder about shit. And because of that, it got him so much farther, you know? And he's more successful with his art, and he just his hair, oh, his hair. He just has the cutest hair. You know, and you can just tell he feels good about himself in this timeline. And I'm happy for him. And yeah, he has great self-worth. He's not cocky, but he definitely has great self-worth. And he knows that he's good. And he knows that he got it, you know? In this timeline, he knows that he's good and he's got it, but he's frustrated and he feels like he's been slighted. But in this timeline that we're in, that doesn't happen. He doesn't feel slighted. That's what's hindering him in this timeline right now. Is the fact that he is always getting hung up on, well, you know, it must be nice for them. It must be nice for them. He gets hung up on that way too much. Whenever he should just bite the bullet and do what he needs to do and soldier on. And if he would do that, he would get to his place. If he would just aggressively go and not give up, he would get to his place. But in this world, he doesn't. He just falls short. And he falls back into old patterns of behavior that are escapism, like alcohol or the DXM that he takes every day, and he takes too much of it, and that's going to end up giving him health problems. He's so worried. In this timeline here, he's so worried about everything. But he's causing his own problems because the stuff that he's taking every day is making his health terrible. I know that he said he went to the doctor, but the doctors are not going to find it. This is not something that is easily detectable. It's damaging his liver, it's damaging his kidneys. And unless you have a certain test for those specific things, and there's also certain regions in the kidneys, no, I'm seeing liver. There's certain regions in the liver that he needs to be tested for, like right now today. Because his prolonged use of this substance is really messing him up. And he worries about that. But in comparison to this other timeline, he doesn't fall victim to those things. He's stronger. And he's stronger because he had a support system whenever he was little. And he had somebody there for him. His dad stuck around in this timeline. And though his mother, his dad and his mother were together at this timeline. And it's not that they always got along, because there was a lot of fighting, I feel, too. But that's also what helped him cause, for some of his pain. It caused him to delve into art. So that pain was necessary. But in this particular timeline, his dad and his mother still stayed together. And they were fighting a lot, but they were together. And that was enough for him to feel a sense of confidence and self-worth enough to not fall victim to substances and alcohol.
Yes. Do they have kids in this life together?
Who?
This timeline you're showing her, the positive. It's a positive timeline with.
Oh, I'm just saying him and his family and his brother and his sister. And honestly, really, they're all doing better. His brother doesn't have the anger issues that he has in this timeline. This present time that we're in. his brother is a comedian. His brother is not famous, but is semi-famous, I'll say, comedian in this timeline. And he's pretty well known, like around the area. But he's witty, he's smart, and he's funny, and he used that to his advantage. And instead of becoming angry and sad and hurt, the father and the mother were together in this timeline, and that also affected the brother to the sense where the brother could pursue his comedy career, and he has like a pretty decent making at it.
And where is Nikki in this world?
Well, right now I'm just looking at him and viewing his family.
Can we send love to him?
Yeah.
Can we do that now? Let's send some love to him. Does he feel this throughout all his timelines when we do this?
Sending love, yeah, it kind of wears down after it passes through each layer, but yes.
Okay, for a few moments while she's drinking her water, I'm just going to keep sending him love and like pumping waves so that it just, for a moment, it just vibrates for a moment so that every time it fades out, it comes back in just a little stronger. Can we just imagine that for a few moments?
Okay.
Like bass booming, booming love, just the vibrations keep going, and just do that for a few moments. Does he feel it?
Yeah.
Beautiful. So, what else can you tell her about this situation for her highest good?
I don't think that they're necessarily together in this timeline. I think that she admires him very much, and she really loves his art, and she buys his art. And she is just kind of like I don't want to say a groupie, but like she kind of, they're not together in this timeline. But she very much admires him, and she would like to be with him.
Oh, in this timeline, she wants to be with him, but she's not.
Yeah, they're not together.
Mm. Is she alone in this timeline?
Yeah.
And is she happy in this timeline?
Yeah, she's happy.
Can you show her a little bit of what her life is like? What does she do? Just give her a little show.
She saw him at an art show. He was at an art show, and she kind of just travels around. That's what she does in her time. She'll travel around to different places, and she'll go to these events like art expos and art shows, and that's what she does. That's how she likes to fill her time. She's like an art collector in her spare time.
Beautiful. Is she would she still be a Scorpio in this timeline, or is she something else?
She's also a Scorpio in this timeline, yeah.
Does she have timelines where she's different things? Maybe a Gemini or something like that, or is it always going to be a Scorpio?
She's a Scorpio in a lot of them, but yeah.
Can you explain to her a little bit how timelines work, perhaps? Because I know she wanted to know, like, how can she tap into these timelines?
I feel like the Pisces and whatnot too. Uh, how do you tap into the timelines? How do you tap into the timelines? You can
And do we need to?
you can view them from you can remote view them, really. Is like you can look at them. I don't know that you could kind of just like dip your toe in the waters, what I'm getting the sense of is that you can view it like a movie. You can tap in, just ask. All you just do is ask, is like, envision yourself back to where you saw these paper dragons in the boxes and stuff like that. And you just pick the person and it'll just come to you. First you just view the timeline itself, all of them flowing together, and then you pick a particular one and just kind of dip down into it, and it kind of just like whoop sucks you in, and then you get to view it, and yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Let's see. Can you let's see if we can take her out of that life. Can you take her to possibly let's see, is she ready to see a future life?
What does a future life look like? In this timeline?
No, just in maybe our particular timeline now, maybe the one we're in that I'm talking to you in. Is she ready for that?
Okay, we'll see what is up there.
How far are you going?
I mean, you could say 15 years, 20 years, maybe.
15, 20 years, okay.
Yeah, she's well established. She doesn't have to worry about money. She's in nice clothes, like in office kind of clothes. And it seems like she's comfortable, like been like this for quite some time, at least 5 years or more. And she's just yeah.
Is she married with kids at this point?
No, there's no kids. Uh-uh.
Does she marry in this life? Is that her story? I mean, you don't have to tell her if you don't want to, but I do know that some people, they say, in this life, you're not meant to do that, or you are.
Yeah, I mean, she could get married. It's up in the air. It's up in the air.
And
Really.
kids?
No kids. There's not going to be kids.
No kids? She's not going to adopt any kids or anything like that?
Nope.
Okay, so she just gets to be free and live her life and enjoy this last one?
Yeah.
Is she going to go home after this life, or where is she going after this life?
This is it. That is why that it was so hard. And I think that she was just so irritated and tired of, she did not want to draw it out any longer. And this is it. You're getting off this ride. And that's how you get off, is because you condense it all down into this like Navy SEALs training course of a life.
Graduation year?
Yeah.
Graduation, or however you want to say it. So let's see, what does she go back to, where she was before she took this journey, or does she go back to her first starseed incarnation?
I thought that you were going to ask me when she dies, and then I saw 69. So I don't know, like I just jumped the thought as you were speaking, and I just feel like she's going to die in her late 60s, but I don't know if I'm supposed to say that. But yeah. Where's she gonna go? She's gonna return to source. She's gonna return to love light. It's just an energy. It's like a big chunk of Play-Doh. It just all gets thrown up into the mix. It's just all back to the light source and back to source. And you just, that's where you can kind of rest. Like that's your version of peace, where you don't have to be going through these things anymore.
Where was she before she came to this life? Can you show her where she was before she came to this life? Before she took this mission? Like
Right.
millions of years ago, or however many lives. How many lives has she had here on Earth?
A lot. There's been a lot. There's been a lot.
Way too many to count, or would you say
Yeah.
thousands, hundreds, millions?
I would say hundreds. I would say hundreds. I would say hundreds. Maybe not hundreds, but like up there. Like maybe like I don't know that there's 100, but it just maybe like 80 and 80 some.
Okay. Where was she at before she took this mission? Can you show us where she was before what life was she living in? Was it just another life, or was it her starseed home?
What life was she in before? Immediately before this one, what life was she in? Immediately before this one, what life was she in? Immediately before this life. What was she in? Showing me like it. I don't know what this is. It's a incubation system that she's like encapsulated, like an old sci-fi movie. The people that are in the pods, like on a spaceship, or they're like regeneration tanks. It kind of looks like that. Like she's in a tank of some sort where she's being monitored. I don't know. It's really bizarre.
Is that her soul body while she's here in this world or something? What is that?
What it is?
Is that organic or inorganic?
The structure that she's in?
Yeah.
It's man-made. It's definitely man-made, and it's she has almost like a I don't want to say space suit on. It's something similar to that. There's no headpiece, but it's obviously a uniform material, kind of that everybody has the same one type of deal.
She's an adult here?
Yeah, she's an adult here, yeah.
Is she sleeping?
Yeah, she's sleeping.
Is there many other people around her?
There's four or five other people down. Yeah.
Are these people her soul family as well?
Are these people her soul family? What was it?
Are they her soul family? Are these people here with her on her mission? Or are they
No,
just other people?
kind of there. There's just other. I don't want to say participants, but I guess they're just like other participants.
And what is this place? Is it a spaceship? Is it a dimension? What is this place?
It looks like it's almost like a center where you would like re-amp up again. I want to say I don't want to say a healing center maybe, to where you are just kind of you're in this kind of like milky substance, and it's like regenerating you, and you go into this like tank vessel thing that it seems like a long time that you're in there. Years, I would say years that you're in these things.
Mm-hmm. Are there small kids in these as well, or are they all adults?
No, there's just other adults. There's 4 or 5 other people.
So she willingly went to this place?
I think so. No, I don't think that you get a choice. I think that's just a regeneration station. It's a regeneration station. I don't know what they're doing if they're.
Are there other people walking around monitoring anything?
I don't see other people, but there's a system in place where it's mechanical. Fluids coming in and out of these tanks. They're doing something with these fluids. Like these people are saying where you're laying down and like just this part of your face is out of the water, this milky white watery substance, and they are like regenerating you.
Mm. And are these is this all benevolent?
feel that they abuse us or anything.
Okay, so it's all for healing and just for love and healing and just
Yeah.
for the body to vibrate at a higher level, perhaps, or what would you say?
Yeah, I think the purpose of it is to just kind of level up, but they're getting rid of some of the bad stuff that was laid on somebody. I don't want to say it's a clean slate because you can't give somebody a clean slate, but it's almost that I do get the sense that they're wiping the slate as clean as they possibly can to upload another experience, soul, whatever you want to say, into this vessel.
Oh, I see. So this water, this fluid has information in it as well? Like it's an intelligent,
Um, no, it's more of a program. Like it's a program to do things. And it's that for a certain number of years, it keeps these people in a vat, and it's just all these things are different regulated levels of what's going into that liquid substance that's around us.
is this a dark area or is it bright white? Can you hear me?
What did you say? No, it cut out.
This, can you hear me now? Let me
No.
know if you can hear me.
Yep.
So is this area, is it bright white or is it dark with glowing light?
The area, yeah, it's very lit up. It's very clinical. It's like a sterile environment. Yeah, it looks very clinical in nature. I have to pee real quick.
Okay, go ahead. I actually do too.
Okay.
All right, we'll meet you back in a second.
Okay. Okay, I'm back.
Okay,
Okay.
how are you feeling so far?
I'm feeling good. That's wow.
Any idea where you want to go? What you want to do next? Let me know while you're up.
No, I mean I think that's it. That was good. I'm satisfied with that. Thank you.
Do you want to see if you need to do a body scan or anything?
No, I'm good.
Okay, well, let me bring you back out and we can stop if you want, if you're ready to stop.
Okay.
Because otherwise I don't know what to do. Your higher self is she's like, I need to talk to you, girl.
On the request line.
Yeah,
I
she's
had
like,
crystal in my hand this whole time, and I feel like it made a huge difference. I used to have the crystals laying by me. I'm gonna put them in my hand now
okay,
because I just feel like it came through front and center, like way more clear.
beautiful, good,
Yeah.
yes, okay.
Okay.
All right, well, let's wrap it up. So go ahead and lay back down and go ahead and close your eyes and relax.
Okay.
And let me know when you feel relaxed and connected, and let me know when I'm speaking with the higher self, Ashana. Let me know when you're present. You there?
I'm here.
Okay, beautiful. So let me just make sure. So I know she's pretty much ready to get out, but I just want to double check with you. Do you think that she should start focusing on doing tarot? I know she wants to do tarot readings. Do you have any advice for that for her?
Oh yes, I think that develop naturally and beautifully, and just keep doing what she's doing with the people that she's doing it with. Her friend Dave has interest in it, and her friend Rachel is helping her with it. Just keep developing that, and it will form its own path out of that, just organically. Yep.
Yes, I want her to do cards with me too. I'm learning as well, so I think we could have fun doing that as well together, huh? What do you think?
Lovely. Yes.
Beautiful. Is there any chords that she has from in her heart connected to anybody that's not serving her for her highest good that we need to cut, perhaps?
Oh, poor.
Any chords that are negative, draining her, or
Yeah.
can we do something about that?
Oh yeah, I see this like piece of metal, like a metal that's just pulled to the utmost extent. It's just taut. It's absolutely taut. And it's almost fraying. It's so taut. Yeah.
Who is this connected to?
Oh, her father.
Who is it you said?
Her father is connected to her father.
What do we need to do about this?
She just, they're so similar in a lot of ways, and they could help each other in a lot of ways. And there could be a beautiful healing involved in each of them if he would come and be present, but he will not. In this timeline, he will not. And that is creating this terrible, ugly, ugly, ugly. It's like a metal, dirty string, is what I'm seeing. That's all tore up, scattered, like fraying the whole way down. Like, oh, it's rough. Like you wouldn't want to run your hand across this at all because you would get tore up on it. But that's on him, and that's on his own healing. You know, that's something that he will have to discover on his own path and his own healing.
Can we perhaps send love to him and maybe send love to this cord to see if it could just start perhaps to heal?
Yes, but I really think that she needs to detach from it because
Oh, okay.
we can send love to it, but it's
Well, we can send love to it as we detach it if you think that's best for her.
yeah, I mean she gotta get away from this. It's a burden on her.
Okay. Do you want to have her imagine these big scissors, maybe heart-shaped handles glowing, that she cuts this once and for all, so that way any cords that do attach will be of love and healing and good for them too, perhaps?
Okay. So we're just gonna cut the cords with energetically cut the cords with love and radiance and healing. Oh, it's just like snapped. Like there was so much tension in that.
Does she feel free now of this?
Yeah.
Can we ask if we can get some love light sent to this area?
We have some love light sent to this area, please.
How does that feel for her?
It's great. It's great. It's great. It's just flowing in. It's flowing in just like a waterfall, like in all directions and just like all around moving.
Beautiful.
Everywhere.
What about these cords to these guys' relationships you just had? Are there any cords connected to them? Any of these guys?
Who?
The three, the guy that she left, Rob, and the new guy. Is there any of those cords dangling there that are pulling on energy, perhaps, that are negative?
She is somehow entwined with this man. They don't have a past, Josh. They don't have a past life together. But they are entwined in a very deep sense of, oh, it's layers. It's not like I just keep seeing like down, 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 darker, 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 darker. I just they could be the, oh wow, it's crazy. Whenever these two people meet and their paths cross, they can make each other the absolute best versions of themselves, and they can make them the absolute worst versions of themselves, depending on parallels, what has happened in their lives, the context of the situation, and their upbringing, and all that stuff. But yeah, they are definitely intertwined, and they definitely acknowledge each other. And they definitely acknowledge each other from afar, you know.
Mm-hmm. Can we send love to these cords, or do we need to pull out our handy dandy scissors? What's best for her?
I don't know.
Can we send love? Can we start with love and see what happens?
I think we should send love. I don't necessarily want to cut them because
Okay.
there's components of the nature of their duality, like how it has to play out in their lifetimes, and that it has to play out that way. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
I don't just want to cut it because
Okay.
some of these things have to play out in the sense of having to, for some, you know.
Mm-hmm. So I have an idea. Can we imagine wrapping maybe a little band-aid around it, a love band-aid, a love patch or something, maybe a hippie love patch. I know she loves the 70s theme. Just put a little patch or a sticker on this cord with him of love light, maybe a heart with a little thing sticking out like a sun, you know, just to send love constantly to this connection so that they can strengthen each other. in spirit? I don't know. Is that possible?
Yeah, like a glowing or like a glowworm.
Yeah, there you go. Can we do that?
Yeah.
I mean, I would love to do as much as we can on a healing level for people. And if that's something that we can do, just like sending love to his parallel lives, I would love to always make sure that continues and radiates so that he can feel it.
Yes.
All right, beautiful. Is there anything else you see in her body that that needs attention? I know she mentioned she has a vertebrae from a car accident that was maybe damaged. Is there any love light we need to send to her vertebrae or anything like that while we're here?
We can do that. I think the dancing, just being active and dancing will correct that as well.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Awesome. Is there anything that I missed that I should have said that I didn't get to say?
I don't think so.
Have you been talking to the Tartarians and see who's going to join us for our next session?
Oh, I can ask them.
So that way we're getting some people together. I know we have that little plan for the future. Well, Ashana, it's been wonderful talking to you. I thank you so much for allowing this for her. I know that when she hears this, I'm pretty sure it will bring comfort to her heart. Would you agree?
Absolutely.
Any last messages for me before we go, sister?
Just dance. That is the message of today. Dance.
Thank you. Yes. Thank God I have my dance hour. I don't know what I would do without that.
Dude, on and put them in.
That's right. Beautiful. Well, if you can always keep that image in her mind. So if her mind starts to wander, she just reminds and sees herself dancing and, just looking all beautiful and radiant. And can you just keep that image in her mind? So when she feels any type of way that's not high vibe, she can see that and remind herself.
Yes. That is a great thought.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, I guess at this time we'll say goodbye. It's always wonderful talking to you. And I'm so glad that we were able to get our vibrations up. How do you think she's going to feel when she comes out of this?
She's going to feel great. She is going to feel great and renewed, and she's going to feel like a bad bitch.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Well, I wish you well. Go have fun wherever you are out there in the universe and world. And I send love to you. And till next time, blessings and love to you. I send you off with love and light, and I'll call her back. All right. So till next time, sister.
Bye.
Bye. So now at this time, I will give love and gratitude, and we are thankful for everything that you've shown her today.